"Where is the German man who was brought in?" Ian demanded, glancing over the shoulder of the head nurse of Lister's secure hospital ward, searching the hallway. "I need to question him. Immediately." She stared back at him over wire-rimmed glasses.
If you refer to patient SV140, the man involved in the balloon crash, he's no longer here.
Irritation festered. If Black thought he could keep him out of this... "Please clarify."
SV140 was moved to the autopsy suite approximately 30 minutes ago.
Ian's eyebrows rose. Dead, inside of an hour. He'd seen the rise and fall of the German's chest as the agents heaved him onto their shoulders. Of course, the tumours were massive and many, but if he'd survived this long... "Thank you, Nurse Quinn." With a nod, he spun on his heel and headed for the ascension chamber. But when he reached it, as he lifted his hand to dial the code, he realized access would be denied. The combination was changed every month. He'd been gone too. 4672. A familiar, deep voice informed him. He entered the sequence of numbers, and the doors slid open. "I owe you for this, Thornton." A few minutes with the man's body was all Ian needed, irrefutable evidence before he tore off to Germany. "Black will be here shortly," Lord Thornton warned, following him into the chamber. Though they'd never worked together, the man was both a neurobiologist and a Queen's agent. "I don't need your protection," Thornton snorted. "I didn't offer it. I'm merely satisfying my own curiosity." Ian tipped his head back, studying the grating that formed the ceiling of the ascension chamber as it lowered them deep into the ground. In truth, he was glad of the company. If anyone would understand his situation, betrayal, misuse of one's own inventions, Thornton would. 3 months past, Thornton had been embroiled in a hunt for a foreign operative who had stolen his laboratory biotechnology.
Olivia pressed the open end of the drinking glass to the wall and her ear to its base. Silence. She even tried holding her breath, but heard only the low thrum of the airship's engines that vibrated through the walls of the gondola. Not a single noise. "What is he doing in there?" she asked Steam Clara. "How can anyone bear to stay inside the same 4 walls hour after hour?" Like a hydra, frustration of all kinds reared its heads. The voyage had begun with such promise. Lord Rathsburn's flirtations had sent even her hardened heart skittering sideways. He ought to be knocking on her door, begging entrance to her parlour and pleading with Mother to be allowed to escort her on a promenade about the high deck. Flirtation was not at the core of her assignment. It was merely a tool, a way to draw him out of his suite and away from his luggage. A tool that had failed her. But why? She shook her head. The man was a mystery. Steam Clara held up 2 ribbons, one blue, the other green. "The blue, Steam Clara. It deepens the colour of my eyes." Exhausted from hours of monitoring her silent neighbour, she closed said eyes and leaned her head back against the wall. "Is he in there?" But the steambot didn't answer. Her metal eyelids clicked open and closed in confusion. Olivia didn't need an answer. She knew he was. In nothing but her combinations and stockings, she slumped against the wall that divided her room from the suite in which one Lord Rathsburn was ensconced. She'd heard his heavy boots hit the floor soon after he'd entered. It's been over 36 hours. What good was the convenient connecting door if the man never left his rooms?